Hey John here again. So I'm about to change the belt on this auger drive for the Simplicity here. It's got a little bit of wear in there on the outside of the belt. So winter's here, but it's not snowing yet. So it's a good idea to replace this if there's anything wrong with the belt. But I was just looking at that drive belt for the drive and the second belt back there, the little one. It's okay, but it reminded me of a friend of mine that had a question on this drive mechanism. So I just thought, I'm still going to change that belt, that auger belt, but I wanted to point out something that my friend, he's aware of it, but he was just asking a question about the drive mechanism. So let me flip this up on its ear here and show you what I'm talking about. Well, from brand to brand, they kind of vary in the way they this friction plate here is designed. Some units will use just the actual pulley underneath for this drive wheel to hit, and most of them do articulate. You know, you need to get this drive belt up, this friction plate up to this rubber wheel. See, this is what when these rubber wheels get cracked and fall apart, it's replaceable. It's no problem. But generally speaking, when they don't, when they slip or something like that, sometimes they get oil on here from a leaky engine. This one doesn't have that problem. But otherwise, if you're trying to go forward and it doesn't, it's not in the proper, speed that you think it was, or at least it was before, it's not engaging correctly. So this, let me get the other one here. See that? Just by operating the lever there, it forces this plate up into the rubber wheel. Right now it's free flowing, but just the slightest little contact, you can't move this wheel. You get what I'm saying, but there's adjustments for these. And again, my friend called me about this adjustment. It's got nothing to do with this in here. It's just a cable adjustment. Normally, in other words, when you put this cable down, when you engage this cable, see right now it's grabbing instantly. I don't know if you can see the plate down there, but all that is just an adjustment here. It's really simple to do. So if you were to engage this lever and nothing kind of moved, kind of like this, you see the spring down here? This is for the auger. It's got a lot of play here, and when you operate the lever, see how it goes like, I don't know, about an inch or so before it even grabs anything. So I might do a little adjustment on this. This one is alright, there's no play at all in it. So as soon as you hit it, it goes. But if you did have slack like this, it could be why, your machine isn't propelling forward, or, it isn't doing what it used to do. Just take this turnbuckle here, unloosen the nut, unloosen both jam nuts, and just turn that buckle in or out. You'll see which way it goes. One way brings them together and the other way separates it, but I'm not going to mess with that one. And some just have a jam nut. It's on the end of a cable. These are rods, but it's on the end of a cable. Same idea. You just, simple stuff. Alright, so the reason why this here is change this auger belt on the bottom here. So with the belly pan removed here, you can see clearly. But so I go ahead and loosen all the belt keeps up. Well, it's flipped up here. Might as well just get them out of the way, because when it comes time to taking the belt off from above, if these belt keeps are there, they might be problematic. So I just gotta get them out of the way. So let me put this back down and show you the top. Okay, so like I said, just get these belt keeps out of the way. You don't have to take them off, just get them loose. And then the next move I do is take this idler off, and sometimes it looks like it's hitting on a frame there. Hitting a lever might change the to get a socket in there, but I'm going to try a wrench. So once I get this guy off, that belt should slip right out, and I'll show you from the top. Now's a good time to be changing this belt, not when it's freezing cold out and, snowing. And of course I'm going to check this out, see if this is any good or bad. Those are your bushings. Yeah, this thing's alright. it's not noisy, so just keep all this stuff together so I don't lose it. Easy peasy. Yeah, this belt's seen better days. So with all your belt keeps loose, it should just slip right out of here. Oh, before you take this off, get a pair of pliers or something, or not pliers, like a clamp to hold the handlebar down, because you're going to want to take the brake off on this machine. It's got like a, when you let go of the handle for the auger, it's got this brake that helps slow it down. So, so maybe I can see a little better. So we're looking straight down now, and like I said, I use a clamp, or in this case, just a little piece of Velcro to hold that handle down to help me out. Otherwise, you gotta, try to do it one-handed. So now it should slip by this brake, but you gotta go to the inside, and there's a pulley there that's in the way too, and I'll show you that in a second. But I can't see nothing with the camera there. But all right, so now it just slipped by that brake. So now you can kind of pull it up a little bit, but it's gonna hook on that that secondary pulley there. I mean the other pulley. See how it's hooked now? I don't know if you can or not. So now you got to release your one clamp you had down and put the other one on, because that's going to drive the plate forward. And now it should be able to slip out. So I put my little Velcro on there. So now there should be enough room to get this thing out of here. Right? So it's like a magic trick. So that's that. And reverse the same way. Leave that clamp down. Put this in first. Get it around the belt. Well, let's do it. I got the belt right here. So we'll go ahead and slip it with that drive handle down. Slip it by the pulley. Let go of that handle. Put the other handle down. Otherwise, you got to really force it out of there, Oh, if we were doing the, I'll show you in a second. If we were doing a dry belt, same thing. You would take this idler off, same thing we did here, and then we'd slip this. With the idler missing, there should be enough room to slip it over everything. If there's not, it's no big deal. You would just take this this pulley here off, this just from here over. It comes right off. You just undo this, and then that drive pulley, the drive belt should slip right off if you're doing that too. But again, there's an idler under here, and I'll show you in a second. Same thing. I would take that idler off, so it creates all the slack, and this way you can get the belt. It should slip over, but if it doesn't, you just take the pulley off. So where were we? Got it. All right. So the other handle is now down, and we'll get it behind this brake, rubber brake shoe. And again, I'm flying blind here because the camera's in the way, but that felt like it was it. So let's pull this up. And again, if you're having problems doing this, it's getting it off. It's probably because the belt keeps on the bottom. You got to remember to do that. Yeah, that camera's in the way. All right, here we go. There we go. All right, so it's on the pulley. It's on the bottom pulley. So right now you can let go of the handle, and that'll kind of help hold it to the pulley. And if you want, at this point, you can flip it back up while that belt's in this position and redo your belt tension or your belt guides there. Your belt keeps on the bottom. I'm just going to leave them hanging for a second, and then we'll put this. Sorry about that. Put this guy back on. So everything should be good right there. And where's my pulley? All right. So now that's all taken care of. Release your handle brake. Your brake is on. Take it off now, and now get the pulley and put things back the way they were. Yeah. What am I looking at here? This idler pulley can go either way. It doesn't favor one way. So put the bolt in first, and remember these bushings. The bushing was first. Then there was a spacer, a washer, and then you just have this for the outside. So here you just kind of just put it right on this belt like this, and just cinch it into the hole, and that's it. Pretty simple stuff. Get this nut started, and that's it. Uh-oh. When I cross-thread it. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. I don't think so. Oh, it's a lock washer. That's weird. Shouldn't be. Maybe I got it on backwards. It seemed like it got tight all of a sudden. Oh, there it goes. Huh. I never heard of a directional bolt. Seemed like it was. So anyways, let's tighten these up. Nice purchase. Yeah. What's that? Alright, so when you engage, before we put these keeps back, you engage this, it should tighten everything up. Yeah, I might have to do a belt adjustment because I'd like to see that a little tighter. Right? Seems a little loose. It's loose now. I might do a little bit of a cable adjustment like I was talking earlier. So putting these keeps on, you don't want them like, you just want it so that when this thing is idling, this doesn't walk off, you know, but you don't want them pinched like this because it's just gonna, you know, wreak havoc on your belt. So at this point, see, I would even have this one a little bit higher, maybe right about there, because when that thing, once you tighten it up, when it lets go, it's still gonna hit the keep, and that's what it's for. But if you get them too close, and you know, and this belt wants to, it just kind of, it's probably what happened to the old belt. But let's go with about a 1/4 inch there, 1/2 inch maybe. Tighten it up. See, right now it's disengaged, but it can't slip off there. It won't come off. And you tighten it up, it clears, and no longer is hitting. But again, this is a little bit loose. Alright, so we're underneath these belt keeps. So the belt is loose right now. It's not engaged. That's why you can see a little bit of the belt here. Let me see. That's it's about as far as it'll come down. But when you engage it, it should suck right in there. These can be a little closer, but they don't, you know, because this is as far as this thing's going to come down. So, you know, I would just set them. They can be fairly close, but closer than the top ones for sure. But when this belt stretches out, if it does, you know, that's what these keeps are for. A lot of machines don't have these bottom keeps, but so that's good. So originally, when I first started this video, this is what I was talking about. There's a cable adjustment for your drive, you know, that one my friend was talking about. But this is the auger side. The drive side is actually good. So just stick the turnbuckles are the same. Sometimes there'll be like a little plastic thing over here. You can't see this, and a little different operation. Instead of a turnbuckle, there might be just the jam nuts, and you know, it might be a little bit different operation with cable. But just loosen these jam nuts. We're gonna tighten. Yeah, I gotta get that. There it goes. Yeah, that's seized up. So let me. I gotta get this jam nut down further, if you know what I'm talking about here. So I gotta hold it with a pair of vice grips. Get this nut turned so this thing gets a little deeper. Because right now it was just basically hanging on by a thread. So let me get that freed up. Yeah, it was pretty seized up, so I had to take it over to the vise and clamp that up. It's free now, but so when I pulled this in here, this had no indication that the auger was messed up. You know, it worked, but it was not like, you know, it's not under a load, so you really can't tell. So it doesn't matter which way this goes. Get rid of this pin here. Alright, so where's my turnbuckle? Uh-oh, lost my turnbuckle. Now it's picking up the slack. So I've got, can we even see anything? This much sticking out, and I plan on going down to that. See if the slack is taken up. A little bit. Christ, now this jam nut's stuck. don't know if you're going the wrong way, it'll get shorter or longer. Alright, so the jam nuts are in place now, there's literally no play, so as soon as you hit this, as soon as you pull, hear them acorns, as soon as you pull this lever, oh yeah, she's good and tight. You let off and they're slack in the belt, so that's good. Let's go flip this up and see if that upstairs changed anything. Yeah, so by adjusting that cable, it did, so it's right now the handle's loose, and of course there's slack in your belt so your auger doesn't throw snow. And when you tighten this up now, everything cinches down really good. Before there was play in this, too much play. That's the proper amount right there. And nothing's hitting, you get about a good, I'd say 1/8 of an inch between your keeps. So nothing's hitting. So I suspect before, the reason why this belt wore out prematurely is because whoever did an adjustment went the wrong way, I think, and created some slack. And well, you're not going to be able to see this. Well, let me get this light. And the keeps were just chewing his belt up. So I have a feeling that was what's going on. I don't know for sure. The inside of the belt doesn't look that bad, but the outside, if it kept going, because it was just too loose. Again, when I operated it, the auger did come on, but it was a little sloppy. So that's changing the belt. So anyways, that's all I got. Let me put this cover back on and change the oil, spark plug, and yada yada, and ship this thing, yeah? All right.